Hello. Okay, we're going to do a couple videos here on a couple small arms from our friends that are curious about this. I'm going to show you, first of all, you're looking at a Kimber Solo. This is one of my everyday carry guns in 9mm. It's a nice gun. It's a sleek gun. It is an easy to carry gun. It's small, and I'll show you how it compares to a couple of other small arms here in a little bit. Go ahead and show you that everything is empty. No magazine in the gun. This gun is a good shooter. It shoots nice and straight. I haven't had any problems with it. Here recently, when I first got it, I had some issues with it not wanting to eject the cartridge, spent cartridge properly. Sent it back to Kimber. They were great about returning it promptly, getting it all fixed. This thing will eat anything 124 grain and up. Has no problems cycling 124 grain ammo of any kind, hardball, hollow point, carry ammo without any problems. Before I get to comparing it to a couple of other guns, let me see if I can take it down real quick. I do want to show you one of the things that I had a problem with that you have to kind of keep your eye on with this gun. And that's right back here. I hope the camera will zoom in on this. This safety has two roll pins that you can see, those pins that go into the arm there across that safety. And they work loose. They come up. They come out this way as the gun shoots sometimes. Now, I've put a little bit of Loctite in there. You can probably see what I'm talking about. But anyway, they work loose. And the reason I had a problem with it initially was one of those roll pins worked loose, and it worked far enough out that when the slide went back, it caught the slide, and you might be able to still see the marks. Probably not really. But anyway, it would catch the slide, and so I sent it back to Kimber. And like I said, Kimber is great about fixing stuff and getting it back to you promptly. They send you an envelope. You don't even have to pay shipping either way. And they're real good about it. But when you keep this dude oiled up, good and oiled, and you keep it clean, it's a good shooter. I haven't had any problems with this whatsoever. And so anyway, I wanted to show you that about the roll pins, because that has been a little bit of a problem, and you kind of want to keep your eye on that. I can do this and talk at the same time. I'm not real good at that. And then there's a spring that you have to get. I don't know if you can see it right there. There's a little spring that when you put that back together, you got to catch that spring. Catch it with that piece right here. Always try to do this without making any marks. But I do really like this gun. If you're thinking about a Kimber Solo, you probably heard some stories about issues and problems. Mine was one of those, but I'm telling you, Kimber made this thing right, and it is a sweet shooter. Now, I did have them install night sights, Meprolite night sights on this gun, and I really like that, the way it lights up at night. I think if you're going to have something for home defense, that's maybe one of the single best investments you can make if your gun doesn't already come with it. Now, I want to compare it here to another gun that I've got, and this is a Sig Sauer P938, and this is the SAS version, also in 9mm, also empty, no mag. And this is a gun that really, I think, compares nicely to this Kimber Solo. Now, the lines on it aren't quite as smooth and rounded and sleek as the Solo, in my opinion. But this is SIG's best effort at it, the SAS, which I think is SIG anti-snag. I have another larger service weapon in a 229 that I'll show you in a minute that's also SAS. But this also is a nice, smooth gun. Now, I tell you what, this thing has been flawless. It'll eat anything, 115 grain. It just eats and spits without any problems, without any hiccups. And so, no hesitation on this. I do keep it oiled good, but I got a feeling it would pretty much shoot, whatever you whatever you do to it. I don't know. It's pretty much bulletproof, so to speak. But anyway, here's how this thing compares. Now, let me just kind of give you a size-wise. They're very similar, as you can see. SIG also comes with night sights straight from SIG. Didn't have to put them on. They got the SIG lights. But they're very, very similar. Very similar in size. I don't know if I'm getting all that in the camera here. Hang on. Let's do it this way. You can see these guns very, very comparable in just about every way. I do think the Kimber carries a little smaller. If you carry, you understand what I mean. They are very similar in size. Now I'm going to set this Kimber aside. I do have another one. I have two of these 938s. This one is the Blackwood edition. It's the exact same gun, except it doesn't have the rounded, they're all empty. Does not have the rounded edges like on the SAS. You can kind of see like right here, and you can see how they've honed that down, and you can see all the way down the barrel or all the way down the slide on the SAS. And that's a custom shop feature, and how this one is a little squarer, a little sharper edges. It's you're talking pretty minor stuff. They really haven't done anything back here. One of the things I like about these guns is with the safety on, you can rack this. You can rack the slide once the hammer's back. Once the hammer's back, you can rack the slide with the safety on these, which is kind of nice from an unloading standpoint. If you carry with one end, which is how you ought to carry this, or how I carry this, you can drop the magazine and then disengage the bullet you got in there without ever kicking the safety off, which is kind of nice. Especially my wife carries this gun. My older sons carry 938s. They really like them. These things function well. They each got probably maybe 500 to 700 rounds through them. Maybe not quite that many, without a malfunction, without any kind of a hiccup whatsoever. So anyway, this is kind of I just wanted to show you size-wise for you guys that have said something to me about, what should I get, the 938 or the Kimber. Here, this gives you an idea if you can't get to a gun shop and they won't let you hold. I know gun shop here locally, they won't let you have more than one out of a case at the time, and so if you're wanting to compare them and look at different sizes, how they fit together and all that, it's hard to do when you only hold one at a time. So anyway, P938, flawless machines. Can't say enough good about them. The Kimber Solo, now that Kimber has done its number on it back at the shop, it's flawless. Again, I carry this more than any other gun because of its concealability. It's a smooth gun, and I guess at the end of the day, I shoot it well. This gun, from the same distances, I can shoot more accurately with this Kimber, and I think it has to do with the trigger than I do with either of these SIGs. So, hope that helps. You make your decision. I don't think you go wrong with either of these. They're both fine quality pistols, fine quality manufacturing.